In a small village by the forest, there lived a mischievous crow named Carlos. Carlos loved shiny things, buttons, coins, and even spoons. He would sneak around, snatching these shiny objects from the villagers, hiding them in his nest high up in a tree. No one could catch him because Carlos was clever and quick, and he always told lies to cover his tracks. One day, the villagers noticed their shiny things were missing again. "It must be Carlos," they said. But when they asked him, Carlos just laughed and lied, "It wasn't me. Maybe it was the wind blowing your things away." But one day, Carlos found a beautiful, shiny gold coin. He took it and hid it in his nest, but what he didn't know was that the coin belonged to the village baker, Mrs. Penny. That coin was special to her because it was a gift from her mother. Mrs. Penny was very sad when she couldn't find the coin. "If anyone finds my coin, please return it," she said. The whole village tried to help her look for it, but no one could find it. Carlos felt bad. He knew he should return the coin, but he didn't want to admit that he had taken it. That night, Carlos sat alone in his nest, feeling guilty. As he looked at the coin, he remembered something he once heard from the church bell tower. In John 8 verse 32 said, "The truth will set you free." Carlos thought, what does that mean? Maybe telling the truth can help me feel better. The next morning, Carlos flew down to Mrs. Penny's bakery. He was nervous, but knew what he had to do. "Mrs. Penny," he said quietly, "I took your coin. I'm really sorry. Here it is." Mrs. Penny was surprised, but smiled kindly. "Thank you for returning it, Carlos. It's not always easy to tell the truth, but you did the right thing. I forgive you." Carlos felt a huge weight lift off his wings. For the first time, he felt free. The villagers soon heard what Carlos had done, and instead of being angry, they were proud of him for being honest. They started to trust him again. From that day on, Carlos stopped taking things that didn't belong to him. Instead, he used his sharp eyes to help the villagers find things they had lost. He became known as the honest crow, and he never forgot the lesson he learned: the truth really does set you free. Lesson to learn. The Bible teaches us that telling the truth, even when it's hard, brings freedom. John 8 verse 32 says, "The truth will set you free." Just like Carlos, we can find real happiness when we choose honesty over lies. So, telling the truth isn't just about following rules. It helps us feel safe, honest, and truly happy inside. It's one way we can live the way God wants, and it makes life better for us and everyone around us.